we go. Alright. Now... there we go. And now... petroleum. Power. Milestone reached. It is my honor and privilege to inform you that the fuel power generator as well as the industrial fluid buffer are now available. Due to lack of gold in your sector, material services have been requested to consult with the fuel power generator. Your research and consulting is valuable. In fact, you in particular are my most valuable pioneer, but don't tell the others I said that. It will be bad for morale. I'm your only pioneer, you know. Okay, so I could use... I got so much iron that I don't really need an alternative recipe for it. And maybe there's other uses for what. Come to think of it, I got so much copper and copper sheeting that I don't think I need this either. Hello? Iron wire? Okay, I think iron conducts electricity, but it doesn't do so quite as well as copper. Still, if I can get my hands on another wire, I may want to use it just for, in an emergency. So, yeah, this is fine. What kind of buildings have we got? Fuel-powered generator. It requires quick wire. Okay, well, I'm glad I got that. And it makes 250 megawatts. Okay, let me find a clear spot around here and put one of these down just to check how much fuel it uses. Look at how huge this freaking footprint is. There's like... wow. It's enormous. Okay. How much fuel? Per unit time. It's not telling me. Wait a minute, what's this? Oh, here we go. Yeah, 20 a minute. Okay, 20 fuel a minute. Now let's put a refinery down here, just so that I can find out what the... okay, fuel. I need the polymer resin too, don't I? 60 a minute, it puts out 40 a minute. Okay. Let's do some calculations here. So we have an extractor that's pulling oil out at 240 a minute. The crude oil needs 60 a minute, so that's 4 extractors. No, not 4 extractors, 4 refineries. 4 times 40 equals... I mean, what am I going to do with the polymers? I'm going to have to take it away periodically. Is there something I can use it for? Alright, let me focus on... yeah, 4 times 40 is 160 per minute. Divided by 20 equals 8. Okay, so there's going to be 8 fuel generators. That looks like... okay, wow, that's going to take up a lot of real estate. This is starting to break me out in a bit of a cold sweat here. Now, yeah, the extractors and refineries are going to be minuscule compared to this. Now, residual fuel. Okay, heavy oil residue, 60 a minute. Well, here's the thing. We make it at 120 a minute. Okay. I'm gonna have to refine that to fuel at 40 a minute. No, wait, sorry. 80 a minute, because there's gonna be 2 of them. I'm trying to match the rate that it's put out with the rate that it's fed in. Although the well, it's going to have to be a separate part of the structure, because I'm not always going to be running the plastic refineries, am I? 80 a minute. Yeah, so that's. Wait a second. Unless you can overclock those, can't you? The generators. Yeah, I mean, it's not like the coal where you need to put water in. All you really need to do is put fuel in here. It's starting to give me a bit of a headache here. Strike that. My next milestone. Well, what should I pick here? Food packaging. Got it. Logistics. I need encased industrial beams, and I don't have enough of them. Actually, I need to wait for the pod to come back. But wait a second. What else I can do? Sulfur research. I can make smokeless powder. Smokeless powder. Smokeless powder. Strike that. I'm going to use this assembler. This is going to take for. Wait a minute. No, I gotta find out what the recipe is first. The smokeless powder was made in a refinery, didn't I? There's no way to make this stuff. Yes. I mean, black powder's powder, it's not liquid. Supposed to make this stuff. Does it say anything about that? No, it just says use black powder and if you make smokeless powder in a refinery, then how do you put two solids in? Liquid plastic, does it? Refinery. Here we go. Put this back in. smokeless powder in here, but it doesn't take plastic. Oh, wait a second. I know what the problem is. The plastic was part of the research note. The real way to make smokeless powder is using heavy oil residue. Well, I suppose I'm just going to have to put off using it for fuel. Take the black powder with me. Keep the plastic in here. Plunk another refinery down. Sort that. While I'm thinking about it, put some rubber in here. I need in case of industrial beams, but I suppose those can wait. Let me just make a few more rounds. Welcome to Back of the Envelope Calculation Theater. So I have another pure oil node outputting 240 a minute. Now I'm going to have to split that up into refineries to make fuel out of it. That's going to require a 4-way split, which isn't exactly hard. The hard part about doing this is really going to be like head lift, accounting for that and making sure that there's enough of it to move the liquid oil up into the fuel refineries, wherever they end up. Now these fuel refineries, they take 60 oil apiece, and they output 40 fuel and 30 resin, which is a byproduct. The fuel is liquid, the resin is solid. And 4 of those mean there's 160 fuel, but there's also 120 resin to deal with. So let's focus on the resin. I'm going to have to take it all and combine it and put it into a box, and I wonder if this is sounding familiar. As for the fuel, well, I can overclock a power plant, each power plant, to take the entire output of the fuel. I mean, normally they only take 20 fuel, but overclocking them gives you 40 fuel. And ordinarily there are 250 megawatts a piece, but overclocked, that's double as well. So this whole assembly is going to give me 2 gigawatts. Sounds like a lot, doesn't it? But what about the resin? Well, I can refine it. I mean, if I take 40 resin and 40 water, I can make 20 rubber. And if I take 60 resin and 20 water, I can refine it into 20 plastic. Oh, but wait a second. 40 plus 60 is 100. It doesn't really divide evenly into 120. What am I going to do with the extra 20 resin? Well, believe it or not, there is a solution for this. And it's a bit of mathematical jiggery-pokery. I mean, simply put, I split the resin, I split the whole thing, all 120 resin, 2 ways. Take one of those ways and split it 2 ways. Now, if I split the resin 2 ways, that's 120 divided by 2, that's 60. The other 60 can be split 3 ways. That's 20 apiece. And 1/3 of that 20 is going to be going into a rubber plant, but it'll be an underclocked rubber plant. So it'll only take 20 resin. And the other 2/3 are going to be merged together into a rubber plant that's normal clocked. That'll take 40 resin. And we can take the output of the plastic, 60 resin unit, and put it into a box. And take the output of the rubber plants, combine them, and put them into another box. Now, as for the water, well, if you remember what Freighter Lake looks like, it's a lake. So yeah, I'm gonna have to take the output, the resin byproduct, and bring it all the way down to right by the lake, and put a water extractor there. Give it 80 a minute. I can probably do that using underclocking. and distribute it among the plastic and the rubber. Now, granted, it's not the most artful way of doing it. I mean, I have 80 a minute. Am I going to split it into equal thirds? That's not really divisible. But there is a way to do this. And it's a way that you can't really use for solids, but you can use them for liquids. They're called valves. If I were to put a valve on the plastic plant, which only requires 20 water, and limit it to 20 water, well, there's still going to be some left over. And then the underclocked rubber plant's only going to require 20 water too, so I'm going to need to put another valve on that, limiting that pipe to 20 water. And the rest of it is 40 water. And that can go into the normal clocked rubber plant. Real shame I can't do this for solids. But all in all, it's a different way of doing things than that which I've been doing, but liquids have that kind of flexibility. So all in all, I guess as long as I keep regularly removing the plastic and the rubber results of the resin byproduct, this power should remain relatively smooth. Building the oil power plant was similar to building the refineries. Not much to it that I didn't describe earlier, but there were a few highlights, and here they are. I'm not going to take on all three of those at once. There we go. Maybe the further away I am, the less the impact. Because there was way too many bullets to use on there. Okay, now for the hard parts. Good batting average here. Alright. I guess there was some research that I wanted to do that involved smokeless powder. Let's see. This one needs rubber. This one needs more explosives. I thought I had those. Yeah, I do. Okay, here we go. Cluster and obelisks. Cluster and obelisk unlocked. This type of obelisk detonates into multiple smaller explosions. It can be used for clearing large areas of vegetation and other inconveniences. Addendum: inconveniences in this case is not defined to include persistent family members, raccoons, student debts. The sunrise, pure performance reviews, neighbors learning to play the saxophone, phone calls, or your favorite show getting cancelled. There are a couple other I have enough motors, but not enough rubber. So, wait a second. There was something here with polymer that involved polymer resin. What was it? Oh, it was this. Synthetic polyester fabric. The entire point of my setup is to get rid of byproducts like polymer resin. I think that's needed 25 fabric. So exactly. And that, I think, is the last one. Synthetic polyester fabric. Research completed. Polyester fabric recipe unlocked. Using polyethylene terephthalate, production of a lightweight and strong fabric can be automated. It has many properties of naturally sourced fabric and also amplifies body odor. Well, I don't think any of the hostile aliens are repelled by stench. So yeah, that's kind of pointless, isn't it? Down on it. For no other reason than to print those things. Alright, I'll stick one down. For now, it'll... Actually, no, I need the automatic. I need the portable miner. To get some material. Down a foundation. Entrance to a tube. Reminds me I have a string of cable, don't I?
back on.